Welcome back to Reading with Miss Michelle. Today we're going to read Disney Big Hero 6. If you have a copy, go get it so you can read along with me. Don't forget to help us out by liking, subscribing, and sharing this video with all of your friends. In an alley in San Francisco, a robot battle was about to begin. Mr. Yama, the undefeated champion, was looking for a challenger. 14-year-old genius Hiro Hamada stepped forward with his invention, Megabot. Hiro smirked as he placed his robot in the ring. Megabot, destroy! Within minutes, Megabot had wrecked Mr. Yama's robot. Mr. Yama was angry. Luckily, at that moment, Hiro's older brother, Tadashi, rode up on his scooter. Together, the two brothers raced away from Mr. Yama and his goons. Once they got home, Hiro wanted to go to another bot fight across town, but Tadashi was worried about his little brother. "When are you going to start doing something with that big brain of yours?" Tadashi asked. Hiro just shook his head. "What, go to college like you, so people can tell me stuff I already know?" Tadashi was a genius too. He studied at the San Francisco Institute of Technology. He wanted his brother to sign up for classes, but Hiro was not interested. Suddenly, an idea came to Tadashi. He agreed to take Hiro to his bot fight. But instead of going straight to the bot fight, Tadashi stopped by his lab. There, Hiro met Tadashi's friends Gogo, Wasabi, Honey Lemon, and Fred. They were working on their own inventions. Gogo was using electromagnets to make the fastest bike ever. Wasabi was working on a high-powered laser. Honey Lemon was formulating a chemical reaction that could turn a big ball of metal into a pile of pink dust. And Fred was the school's mascot. Hiro was impressed by all of Tadashi's friends and their inventions. Next, Tadashi showed Hiro his own invention, a robot named Baymax, who had been programmed to take care of people who were sick or hurt. Tadashi stuck a piece of duct tape on Hiro's arm, then pulled it off. "Ow! Hey! Hey!" When Hiro yelped, Baymax activated. "Hello, I am Baymax, your personal healthcare companion. I was alerted to the need for medical attention when you said ow. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your pain?" Tadashi watched proudly as Baymax scanned Hiro for injuries. He's gonna help a lot of people. Hiro was amazed by his brother's invention. As the brothers were leaving the lab, they ran into Tadashi's teacher, Professor Callahan. The professor looked at Hiro's bot. "With your bot, winning must come easy." Hiro shrugged. "Yeah, I guess." "Well, if you like things easy, then my program isn't for you. We push the boundaries of robotics here. Good luck with the bot fights." As soon as Hiro and Tadashi got outside, Hiro turned to his brother. "I have to go here." Tadashi smiled. His plan had worked. To get into San Francisco's Institute of Technology, Hiro would have to enter an invention in the school's upcoming robotics showcase. If he impressed the judges, he could become a student. The night of the showcase arrived. Hiro was nervous but ready to show off his invention. "This is a microbot," Hiro told the crowd. He tapped the special headband he wore that allowed him to control the tiny robots with his mind. At Hiro's command, the microbots could join together to form any shape or accomplish any task. If you can think it, the microbots can do it. The only limit is your imagination. The crowd went wild. Everyone loved the microbots. After the showcase, a businessman named Alistair Cray even offered Hiro a lot of money for them. Hiro thought about it, but he turned Cray down. Professor Callahan approached Hiro too. He was so impressed with Hiro's microbots that he invited Hiro to become a student at the Institute. Outside the showcase hall, Hiro turned to Tadashi. "I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you, so, thanks for not giving up on me." Just then, people began running from the hall. A fire had broken out and Professor Callahan was still inside. Tadashi started to run toward the hall. Tadashi, no! Hiro tried to stop his brother, but it was no use. Tadashi rushed in to find the professor. Moments later, an explosion knocked Hiro to the ground. Tadashi was gone. As the days passed with Tadashi gone, Hiro stayed in his room and kept to himself. Nothing seemed to matter anymore. Then one day, Hiro dropped something on his foot. Ow! Ah! Ow! Baymax appeared. Hello, I am Baymax, your personal health care companion. What seems to be the trouble? Hiro didn't want anything to do with Baymax, but Baymax would not turn off. I cannot deactivate until you say you are satisfied with your care. As Hiro tried to figure out a way to deactivate Baymax, he noticed something moving under his bed. It was the microbot that had been in his sweatshirt pocket on the night of the showcase. It was trying to find the other microbots, but they had been destroyed in the fire. Baymax looked at it. Your tiny robot is trying to go somewhere. Baymax and Hiro followed the microbot. They ran all over San Francisco until they were outside an abandoned warehouse. Hiro and Baymax climbed through a window. Once inside, Hiro looked around to find something astonishing. His microbots were there, along with the machine that was making thousands more. The microbots began to assemble. Hiro and Baymax spotted a mysterious man in a mask. At his command, the microbots swarmed together and attacked Hiro and Baymax. Only by thinking quickly were the two able to escape and make their way home. While Baymax recharged, Hiro thought about what had happened at the warehouse. His microbots hadn't been destroyed in the fire. The masked man had stolen them. And if the masked man was responsible for the fire, he is responsible for Tadashi. Hiro could barely contain his anger. We gotta catch that guy. But Baymax wasn't programmed to fight, so Hiro quickly got to work programming Baymax with new karate moves and building him a special suit of armor. Soon, Baymax was battle ready. Hiro and Baymax returned to the warehouse, but the microbots and the masked man were nowhere to be found. So the pair followed Hiro's microbot again, hoping it would lead them to the rest of the microbots. The bot led them to a pier. Suddenly, through the fog, a wave of microbots appeared, with the masked man riding on top of them. But before Hiro could confront him, a car pulled up. Baymax had contacted Gogo, Wasabi, Honey Lemon, and Fred to help Hiro. When the mystery man spotted them, he ordered the microbots to attack. Gogo pulled Hiro into the car and they drove away. Hiro and his friends went to Fred's house to regroup. They had to figure out who the masked man was. Fred suggested that it might be Alistair Cray. Since Hiro hadn't sold the businessman his microbots, maybe Cray had stolen them instead. It was possible, but Hiro wanted to be sure. If he upgraded Baymax's program again, the big robot could scan the whole city until he located the masked man. But Hiro and Baymax wouldn't be able to stop him alone. Hiro looked around at his friends. Actually, if we're going to catch this guy, I need to upgrade all of you. Fred was excited. We're going to be superheroes. Hiro and his friends worked together to create suits and equipment for each of them. Gogo's suit had electromagnetic wheels like her bikes, allowing her to speed around and throw discs from her wrists. Honey Lemon's purse contained a portable chemistry lab. Wasabi's gloves had lasers that could slice through anything, and Fred's suit made him look like a monster. When he was wearing it, he could jump really high and breathe fire. Baymax's new armor had a rocket fist and wings, and thanks to the magnets Hiro had sewn into his own suit, he would be able to ride through the air stuck to Baymax's back. Later that day, Hiro climbed on Baymax's back for their first big flight. The ride was a little bumpy at the beginning, but soon Baymax was soaring through the air like a pro. Hiro was thrilled. Yes! Woohoo! Baymax used his scanner to detect the masked man. He was located on an island called Akuma across the bay. Later that day, the group flew to Akuma, where they found an abandoned lab formerly owned by Alistair Cray. As the team looked around, they activated video footage of an experiment. The footage showed a young pilot named Abigail being sent in a pod through a teleportation portal. But the experiment went wrong and the portal exploded. Just then, the masked man attacked them. The team attempted to fight back. In the chaos, Hiro managed to pull off the man's mask. It was Professor Callahan. Hiro was confused. But the explosion. You died. The professor explained how he had used the microbots to protect himself. Furious that the professor hadn't helped his brother, Hiro ordered Baymax to attack Callahan. Baymax shook his head. My programming prevents me from injuring a human being. Not anymore. In a rage, Hiro ripped off the green healthcare chip Tadashi had put into Baymax's chest. Baymax pointed his rocket fist at Callahan and tried to blast him. But Hiro's friend stopped the big robot, allowing Callahan to escape. Angry and frustrated, Hiro flew off on Baymax. Back at home, Hiro wanted to go after Callahan and get revenge. But Baymax didn't want to hurt anyone. He showed Hiro a video of his brother. The video showed Tadashi trying again and again to get Baymax to activate. When he finally did, Tadashi was overjoyed. You're gonna help so many people, buddy. So many. As Hiro watched the video, his anger began to fade. Tadashi had wanted to help people, not hurt them. He would have been disappointed if Hiro used his invention to harm someone. Just then, Hiro's friends arrived with something Hiro needed to see. Gogo played video footage that showed Callahan yelling at Cray after the failed portal experiment. They flipped through to the end of the video and saw Callahan saying goodbye to Abigail, the pilot, who was his daughter. The friends realized that Callahan wanted to use the microbots to punish Cray for the loss of his daughter. The group rushed to Cray's new company headquarters to find him addressing an audience. Suddenly, Callahan appeared. You took everything from me when you sent Abigail into that machine. Now, I'm taking everything from you. At Callahan's command, the microbots reassembled the remaining parts of the portal from the lab. Cray's new building started to get sucked into the open portal. Somehow, Hiro and the team had to stop Callahan. Go for the mask, Hiro yelled. Without it, Callahan wouldn't be able to control the microbots. Together, the team tried to stop Callahan, but he was too strong. Hiro realized they needed a new plan. Forget the mask. Take out the bots. The team chipped away at the columns of microbots, which were sucked up into the portal, and without them, Callahan was finally defeated. But the danger wasn't over yet. The portal was still open. It started to break apart. Hiro had to get his friends to safety. We need to get out of here, now. The team turned to run when suddenly Baymax noticed something. He pointed at the portal. My sensor is detecting signs of life, coming from there. It was Callahan's daughter. She was still alive. Hiro jumped onto Baymax's back and they flew into the portal to save Abigail. Dodging the swirling debris, they sped through the vortex until they found her still in her pod, unconscious. Hiro grabbed Abigail's pod, but suddenly a large chunk of concrete hit Baymax, damaging his armor. Without it, Baymax couldn't fly. But he could still save Hiro and Abigail by using his rocket fist to propel them through the portal before it closed. He turned to Hiro. I cannot deactivate until you say you are satisfied with your care. Tearfully, Hiro hugged his best friend goodbye. I'm satisfied with my care. With that, Baymax fired his rocket fist and drifted away. Thanks to Baymax, Hiro and Abigail made it back through the portal just in time. Hiro and his friends had saved the day. Abigail was safe. Callahan went to jail. And Hiro finally became a student at the San Francisco Institute of Technology. As Hiro unpacked his things, He placed Baymax's rocket fist on his desk. Smiling sadly, Hiro gave it a fist bump. The robot fist uncurled. That was when Hiro spotted Baymax's green healthcare chip. In no time, Hiro had rebuilt Baymax. I am Baymax, your personal healthcare companion. Hello, Hiro. Hiro, Gogo, Wasabi, Honey Lemon, Fred, and Baymax were heroes. If another danger ever threatened San Francisco, they would be ready. We didn't set out to be superheroes, but sometimes life doesn't go the way you planned. The good thing is, my brother wanted to help a lot of people, and that's what we're gonna do. Who are we? They were Big Hero 6. The end. Thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed listening to this book, and I hope you were able to read along with me. Don't forget to help us out by liking, subscribing, and sharing this video with all of your friends. I hope you join me next time. Bye.